In Slavic mythology, there are creatures that frighten. There are those that hide in forests. There are those that come in dreams. There are those that must not be spoken of aloud at night. But there are others, those that do not frighten directly, those that astonish, and at the same time, destroy. The Firebird holds a special place among the mythical figures of the ancient Slavs. It is not a demon, not a spirit of illness, not a forest monster. It is a creature of light, of fire, of beauty that is almost unbearable to the human eye. And that is precisely why it was sought. And that is precisely why people feared losing it. The Firebird in Slavic legend is an enormous bird covered in feathers that glow like flame. Its feathers shine with gold and fire, as though each one were a small sun. When it flies at night, it seems as if a flash passes across the sky, as if a comet is falling, as if the sky itself is burning. But the strangest thing is that its light is not merely beautiful, it is alive. In some tales, it is said that a feather of the Firebird continues to glow even after it has been torn away. It can light a room like a torch and burn for years without fading. And this makes it not simply a mythical animal, but a creature bound to the very nature of light itself. The Firebird appears in Russian fairy tales as the object of a quest. The hero never encounters it by chance. It is always sought. Often the story begins with misfortune. A czar loses something precious, a garden vanishes, golden apples disappear, or a mysterious theft occurs in the night. And then the hero is sent forth. Find the Firebird, return its feather, or bring it back alive. But almost always this task sounds like a sentence, because no one returns from such a journey unchanged. One of the most well-known elements of the myth is the feather of the Firebird. At first glance, it seems like a beautiful artifact, but in the tales, it almost always brings trouble. When someone finds a feather, a chain of events begins. The person loses their peace of mind. They are pursued. Demands appear. Return the bird. The feather of the Firebird is like the trace of something that cannot be held. In some later legends, encounters with the Firebird are described not as a hunt, but as a visitation. A person sees a light in the night, hears a strange rustling, and for a moment, between the trees or in the sky, it appears, enormous, burning, and completely silent. But such encounters always end the same way. The person cannot prove that it happened. Interestingly, in some versions of the myth, the Firebird appears in dreams. It comes to a person before important decisions, before changes, or before losses. And in the dream, it does not speak. It simply glows, as though fortune itself has briefly touched the person and now demands payment. In many tales, the Firebird is connected to darker forces, for example, to the figure of Koschei the Deathless. Koschei's realm is a place where light has no right to exist, and the Firebird there becomes a prisoner. It is not merely a bird, but a source of energy that someone wishes to contain. Yet light cannot be contained. The essential nature of the Firebird is this: it cannot be caught forever. Even when the hero finds it, it breaks free, flies away, disappears, and leaves behind only a feather or a memory. There is important meaning in this. Happiness cannot be permanent. Looking deeper, the Firebird is not simply a fairy tale. It is an image of human longing. We are always chasing the perfect life, the perfect love, the perfect moment. But when we come close to reaching it, it vanishes. Like the Firebird. The danger of the Firebird does not lie in aggression. It does not attack, it does not hunt, it does not destroy. The danger is something else entirely. It shows a person what they desire most and compels them to follow. Scholars and folklore researchers have explained the Firebird in many ways, as an image of a comet, as a symbol of fire, as a metaphor for luck, as a mythological reflection of rare natural phenomena. But no explanation destroys the legend itself, because the Firebird is not a fact, it is a feeling. Today, the Firebird still lives in art, in films, in books, in games, in illustration, but its meaning remains unchanged. The Firebird is not simply a mythical creature. It is the image of a light that cannot be caught, the image of a desire that always slips away, the image of a hope that burns too brightly to remain with any person forever. And perhaps that is precisely why people continue searching for it to this day, even knowing they will never catch it.